Welcome to the Yoga Nidra practice for sleep. I have an audience here. This is Cleopatra. She loves doing Yoga Nidra, so I invited her to practice with us today. So take this time right now just to start to settle in to create your sleep nest. So if you need a favorite pillow or a favorite furry or person or stuffed animal, and yes, even adults can have stuffed animals. Give yourself whatever you need to feel comfortable. You can also make sure the lights are turned off. Anything that dings or makes noises is turned off. Make sure that you've really prepared your space to feel totally relaxed. And if you need to pause this video, you can do that to prep your space. Remember, sleep is not another thing that we add to the to-do list. Sleep cannot be done. Sleep is something that happens to us. You know, it's one of the great mysteries of life. We fall asleep. We don't do sleep, we fall asleep. So as we go into this practice, feel as if you're giving yourself to sleep. Like as if sleep, this magic thing that heals and restores our bodies and minds, is coming to take you in its arms, nurture you, support your whole system in regeneration, in healing and growth. Feel like this is a time that is just for you, and that this practice, starting your sleep with this practice, will make it even more meaningful. So go ahead and nestle in now, getting super comfortable, doing whatever you need to be even more comfortable. And then once you do, notice any places in your body where you're still holding on to tension. And see if you can make a little adjustment to release that tension. Now we're going to do a breath that is a beautiful practice to do each night when you fall asleep. It's as if you're moving the breath throughout your body and mind. And in this way, it's like you're sweeping it clean. Any lingering residue from the day, any thoughts, any fears, anything at all that you're still holding on to, it's like you're letting it go with the breath. So feel as if you're starting your breath at the soles of your feet. And then as your breath moves up through the body, it's like an elevator that moves up through the body. So beginning that breath at the soles of the feet, breathing in, feeling the breath coursing through the legs, up through the hips, the pelvis, the abdomen, chest and upper back, up through the neck, up through the head, right out the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, feel that elevator moving down through the body, right out the soles of your feet. And take several more of these long, full breaths, feeling as if you're smoothing out the energy from the day. And if you encounter any places in the body where you feel a sense of contraction, know that you can breathe through them, releasing the tension with the breath. You can also make the exhalations a little longer than the inhalations. This supports your body in evoking the relaxation response. Relaxation response is the rest and restore response. It allows your parasympathetic nervous system to feel safe, to feel calm, to feel like you can really rest. So feel yourself really settling in with these deep breaths, letting each breath scan through the sensation of the body, letting yourself settle in even more deeply to your practice. As you're doing this, and if the breath wants to start to mellow out, you can mellow out the breath. Otherwise, you can keep breathing deeply. Feel the entire plane of contact between your body and the bed. Feel how the bed is coming up to meet your body. Feeling how the bed completely supports you. Pillow supports you. The blankets support you. The air supports you. Feel as if everything around you is giving you the gentlest, most nurturing hug. Feel with this embrace like you are being welcomed exactly as you are into the land of sleep and dreams, into an experience of consciousness. Feel how consciousness is an experience of deep safety during meditation and also during deep sleep. We experience the part of ourselves that is always at peace, part of ourselves that is healthy, whole, and complete just as we are. The timeless perfection of our true nature. Feel the safety in knowing there's nothing you have to do to experience consciousness. It's already here. Welcome it up to the surface. Start to become your present moment experience. If there's any other mental imagery that supports your feeling of safety, allow that to arise as well. Maybe it's an internal body sensation. Giving yourself full permission to be welcomed into the depth of sleep. The body needs this, it wants this. Give yourself to sleep. Notice if there's any intention you'd like to set for this evening deep rest. Perhaps there's an intention to process something that you're still holding on to, knowing that sleep does this naturally, gracefully. So oftentimes things that challenge us, they just fall off like a ripe fruit off of a tree. It's a question you're looking for an answer to. Or maybe your intention is to have the deepest night's rest that leaves you fully nurtured, prepared for the day ahead. So you set your intention, know that it will take care of itself. There's nothing for you to do. There's no one for you to be. So begin to pay attention to the sensations in your physical body. Noticing the feeling of the two lips gently touching. Noticing any lingering sense of taste, feeling the soft tongue in the mouth. Feeling the jaw, noticing if there's any lingering tension in the jaw. Letting go of that tension, maybe moving it around a little. Feeling the ears, sound, the nose and smell, the eyes and sight, and the forehead, back into the brain. And a deep breath, feel as if you're squeezing all the facial muscles in towards the nose. You're actually going to squeeze out any lingering tension from the face. Squeeze all the facial muscles in, hold, and then release. Notice how after we tense the body, we gather up any tension from the day, and then we're able to relax even more fully. Feeling down now through your neck and shoulders. Noticing if you're holding any tension in the shoulders. Explore the sensation a little. Feel if maybe there's a gentle stretch or something else that would support you. Maybe a deeper breath. Feeling the sensation of the arms and the hands. Now lifting the arms and hands up off the bed, squeezing your shoulders up to your ears, squeezing the arms, squeezing the palms of the hands to fists. Gather up anything you're still holding on to from the day, any lingering tension. Now's your chance to let it go. And then release. Feel it just oozing out of your body. No need to hold anything anymore. Give your body full permission to relax. Feeling now the chest and the upper back, and the lower back and abdomen, the hips and the pelvis. Peel down through the legs, ankles, the feet. Now we're going to tense all of this, so squeezing your legs, squeezing your hips and pelvis, your abdomen, lower back, the torso, squeezing all the lower body. Maybe your hands want to get a little involved, maybe there's a little more tension there. See if you can find muscles you don't even notice, squeeze them all. And then release. Notice that waterfall of sensation down onto the bed. If you're consciously tensing the body, we can also consciously relax it. Feeling now that settling, if there's any lingering place that wants to have another little round of tension, you can do that. Feeling how it is entirely in your control to release tension from the body. Maybe you want to stretch a little. And notice at some point the body just says, I'm ready to stop moving now. And then let your body settle even more completely into that waterfall of sensation down onto the bed. Start to feel now. Notice the breath, the natural ebb and flow of the breath. Visualizing as if you're surrounded by an ocean of air, along with that ocean of consciousness. Each inhale, feel as if that ocean of air is rising into the lungs. Each exhale, that wave of air is melting out into the space around you, dissolving any sense of separation. So breathing in and out a few times like this. Feel how every inhale you become the body. Every exhale you melt back into the source. Taking several more of these deep, full breaths. Noticing as you breathe in and through the body, if there's any place in the body that needs a little additional breath, feeling how just as tension can release, tension from the body. Conscious breath can also release tension or stress. So notice if there's any place in the body or anything in the mind, whatever it is, that could use a little letting go. Let the breath help you explore it, as if the breath could help you feel it and see it even more clearly. Sending your breath to these places that need it. Long, full inhales, long, relaxing exhales. Giving your body to this ebb and flow. Feeling your breath is your power, it is your life force. It can change the experience of your body and of your mind. Knowing you have this power, apply the breath to anything at all that may be inhibiting you from a deep night's sleep. Breathe it out, breathe it through you. This is your chance. A filing system for the body and mind. Just as you brush your teeth. This is a different type of cleansing. One that helps all the parts of you that want to be felt or seen or heard integrated so that they can rest and restore, find their organic solutions. 3 more very conscious breaths, breathing in whatever is needed, breathing out whatever is wanting to be released. Let it go. It doesn't have to live inside of you. Now, become aware of the part of you that's been observing the body, part of you that's been observing the breath. Become aware of consciousness once more. Feel as you do this. Each breath, as it encounters each body sensation, is all arising from a backdrop of stillness. It can just as easily melt back into it. Feel how every perception is a changing experience on a backdrop of unchanging awareness. From this place of observation, observe now any lingering feelings or emotions or beliefs may still be here from the day. When you notice one, drop it down and notice where you feel it in your body. What does it feel like as pure sensation? Think of what the opposite of this emotion or belief or thought might be. Notice if you can feel this too. Noticing how you are capable of experiencing a whole spectrum, a whole range of human experience. You are the one who's aware of it. So just as if you were sliding back and forth across the scale, start on one side and feel the original emotion, noticing the body sensations associated with it. And sliding down that scale all the way over through maybe some interim feelings or emotions, all the way over to the other side, feeling the opposite of whatever was originally present. Giving yourself a moment to really feel it. And sliding back over to the other side, feeling the original emotion once more. And then sliding over and feeling its opposite. Just as if you were rocking a baby. As if you're rocking yourself to sleep. Moving back and forth. From one emotion to its opposite. It can be a visualization of a spectrum in front of you or a pendulum that swings from one side to the next. And to feel as if you don't need to swing that pendulum, play those scales how they're already playing out, organically, naturally. How feeling one also reveals its opposite. Feel them both at the same time now, both opposite emotions and feelings. And then ask yourself again, who is aware of this? Who can perceive the spectrum of changing emotions? Consider yourself the one who's aware. Aware of the feelings, aware of the emotions and the body and the breath, and how they all dance and interplay together. Dropping back fully into witnessing awareness. Consciousness that holds all of this. The safety and comfort of this. Guiding you back home to the place you never left. Feeling as if a loving hand is calming the heart. As if there's anything left in the heart that wants to be felt or seen or heard. Feel as you connect with it that your connection is a form of loving it. Listening to your heart. Knowing how deeply the heart loves to be heard. Feels with whatever consciousness touches, that it touches back with love, with forgiveness, with kindness and compassion. Now, feeling from this depth of awareness, there are body sensations that may arise and unfold and dissolve. All come from consciousness and then melt back into it. Feel consciousness welcoming every last morsel of your existence. Total acceptance, total love. Now feel as if you're falling into the depths of sleep, as if it's drawing you back deeper and deeper. Falling or being held in consciousness, feeling the safety of sleep. Give yourself to it. Let yourself be so fully held that there's nothing to resist. You're welcomed back into your true nature. Place where you can sleep now for as long as you'd like. Resting in your true nature. Knowing it knows the work. Knows what to do. Trusting in the inner knowing of your body and your mind. Feeling held in this. Held in consciousness. Held in the welcoming embrace of your attention. Held by the nourishment of the practice that bridges inner and outer experience into one. Rest here.